And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the final edition of 302 Sports Weekly for this season. Welcome in once again, Nick Alzadrini, Patrick Arianes. Tonight we're wrapping it all up. We asked you, the fans, to vote for teams and players of the seasons for the whole year. You guys answered. We're going to give the results live right here on our end of the year show. But before we get into that and introduce the rest of the panel, Nick, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Pat. Like you said, a big show planned here tonight. Real excited for it. And again, 302 Sports, by the people, for the people.
That's true.
So the fan vote, it's going to work out perfect. We should have some big-time award winners here tonight.
Absolutely. Like we said, we will announce the winners from our fan votes that were put online. Also, we will have some top games of the year as our panelists will pick their top 5 games of the whole entire year. Jason will use his WRTB formula to break down the school of the year, and we will get the fans ready for next year with a couple of names or teams to keep an eye on going into 2019 and 2020. So before we get into that, let's introduce the panel, Nick. Alongside, as always, Mike Lang, Jason Winchell. Guys, how you doing?
I'm doing good. A little sad that it's the end of the year
Yeah.
already, but it's good to be here one last time.
Absolutely. Mike, fantastic show lined up tonight. We're going to go back and look through it all. I know there's a lot of notes to cover.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you didn't have any vote for the 302 Sports Weekly panelists.
Panelist of the year, right?
And what's the WRTV? That's is that trademarked and a top secret?
That's it.
formula?
That's what you come up with
It's
when you're
copyright.
locked in the bunker.
Yeah, that's right. You can come up with all kinds of stuff down there. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be in Middletown. We love it down here.
Absolutely, yeah, exactly. We're at the Middletown location of Buffalo Wild Wings. Thanks once again to them for welcoming us here. A little later on, we'll have Benny Mitchell right now. He's chowing down with some mild wings,
Yeah.
like the legend that he is. He'll be on a little bit later as well. So, Nick, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll come back. We're going to go over the fall athletes and teams of the year right here on 302 Sports Weekly. Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
And welcome back live inside Buffalo Wild Wings for 302 Sports Weekly. And again, it's the fan vote night. You guys voted, so we're going to reveal some of our winners. First, we'll talk about the finalists. We're going to get it started with Girls Fall Athlete of the Year. So we had a preliminary voting round. Preliminary, got it that
Got
time.
it that
First
time.
time, baby. Let's go.
Now you have a week to practice.
So we had 3 winners of those that advanced to meet in the final vote. So our 3 finalists for Girls Fall Athlete of the Year: Macy Bradford from Delmar, Jess Mullen from Padua, and Ashlyn Carr from Delmar.
Wildcat Nation.
Yeah, stand
Living
up.
Mars
Yeah.
there.
So the winner after
Twitter
we
Nick.
received, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back in action here. Close to 380 votes with 50% of the vote going to our winner. And our winner is Jess Mullen from Padua. Congratulations to Jess Mullen. You're our fan vote for Girls Fall Athlete of the Year. And Pat, check out some of those stats that she's got going on.
Unbelievable. 2018 season, she had 223 kills, 50 aces, 21 blocks, 231 digs, 6 assists, 147 service points, and a 338 hitting percentage. Season high 17 kills and 20 digs against St. Mark's on September 18th. And you know, Jay, Mike, she really led this team. 13-2 in the regular season, 3-1 in the postseason, finished third. Phenomenal. Great year for Jess Mullen. What else can we say about her?
Yeah, and only a junior, so she'll be back next year. And I'm sure when me and Mike have our volleyball preview show to start the year, she'll be one of the names we mention for players to watch. But outstanding season, and thanks to Coach DiSabatino for sending over those stats for us. But outstanding season by her.
Absolutely. First team all-conference and first team all-state last year. We'll move along here and continue on. Our next award, Girls Fall Team of the Year. After the preliminary voting, we came down to 2 finalists. These teams know each other pretty well. Cape Henlopen Field Hockey, 14-1 record in regular season and undefeated state tournament to finish as the Division I Field Hockey state champion once again. And then number 2 was Delmar Field Hockey, 15-0, finished the year undefeated, as well as winning the Division II state championship. So let's find out our winner. We received over 550 votes. Once again, thanks to everybody who got active online. And the winner, with 58% of that vote, was the Delmar Field Hockey. The Wildcats getting the W here. Well done to them. One impressive stat from this Delmar team is that they only gave up 1 goal in their 18 games. They did beat Cape head-to-head 3-0 on September 20th. And Mike, this team just had it all this year. They tend to dominate this sport of field hockey down south.
Yeah, and it's they went to the 2-division format a couple years ago, so they did play Cape in the regular season, and they won that. I think they won by 3 goals. It was like 6-3.
It's 3-0.
3-0. Last year I think it was 6-3.
Yeah.
Correct.
Jody Holloman does a great job down there. She's a former Sports Writers Coach of the Year, and she deserves it. Does a great job, and obviously they play field hockey and lacrosse down there year round. Athletes just keep going to Delmar, and they're good at using Twitter down there at the vote.
They are.
And
High-speed internet down there. I
They
hear.
do have the high-speed internet, so congratulations to the Wildcats. For the team of the year, they deserve it. They beat Cape head-to-head, so it seems pretty obvious there.
A great season for the Delmar team. Again, congratulations to them. Now we're going to move over to the boys' side of things here and talk about Boys Fall Athlete of the Year. So our 3 winners from the preliminary voting round are Troy Haynes from Woodbridge, Javon Peace from Dover, and Tayshawn Denard from Delmar. And then after the vote, with 46% of the vote, your winner is Troy Haynes, quarterback for Woodbridge, state champ and now Fan Vote Award winner. Congratulations
Yeah.
to Troy Haynes.
Fight like four there for Troy. Yeah, Nick, you talk about it, man. Some tremendous honors this season in statistics. 1,287 passing yards, 18 TDs, only 5 interceptions on the year. Of course, the state championship, he got the full ride to Mount Union. And I mean, he did a phenomenal job. And Jay, Mike, this young man, obviously fighting a battle right now, but during the fall season, the football season, this kid lit it up.
Yeah, let me tell you, Woodbridge was 1-2 after its first 3 games and was sitting in an unfamiliar spot, and he led that team, and with his never fight, never die attitude, and he carried them to another state championship. So, outstanding work by him, and those numbers are impressive.
Yeah.
Almost 1,300 yards through the air in a sport where it's a lot of running, especially in the high school level. 18 touchdowns and only 5 picks. Incredible stats for him.
Absolutely. So, keeping things going right along here, Nick. Great job to Troy, and again, continue fighting. We're here for you, man, and we're praying for you, no doubt about it. This will lead into our final award of the fall season here, Nick. 2 finalists for Team of the Fall.
Yeah, number 1, a team that you know well. You picked them a couple times this year. Sussex Central football program. They finished the regular season with 9 straight wins after a season-opening loss at Hodson, and then they went 3-0 in the state tournament and beat Sally's to cap off their state championship run to take home the Division I state championship. And I'm sure Benny will be able to talk a little bit more about that later. And then our second team finalist here is Woodbridge football. After a 1-2 start, Jay just alluded to it. They won 7 straight, including beating Henlopen South rival Delmar. They beat 3 great teams in the tournament, including Friends in the championship, to take home their Division II state title. So after the fan vote, the winner of the boys team of the fall, after receiving 59% of the vote, Pat, the Sussex Central football team. Congratulations to the Golden Knights. Big state championship win this year, and now a big fan vote win. Jay, Mike, talk a little bit about Sussex Central and what they brought to the table this year.
They didn't give up any points really all
Yeah,
season.
they did.
The incredible defense they had. For them scoring points, that was kind of an extra. They didn't shut teams down. They shut Sally's down in the state championship game. They motored through their schedule. It's a great job down by the Golden Knights to Betty, I don't know the last time they won a state championship before this was '89, was it?
Never.
Never.
first
They
one
lost
ever.
to
Yep.
Cincinnati
Right,
about
yep.
13 years
You're talking
ago.
about the baseball. That was the baseball
That was the
championship they
undefeated
won.
baseball team, right?
Yep.
So, hey, congratulations, Golden Knights. Unbelievable defense, especially, but they put it all together. Another state championship down Sussex way, and well deserved.
Yeah, I mean, Nick, you talked about they were probably my favorite team to watch this
Yeah.
year with the Barnes brothers, of course, leading the way, and that like 5-headed monster in the backfield running that wing T.
Yeah, she just didn't know who was going to get the ball.
I think they, if I'm not mistaken, and we'll have to look back at these stats, but I believe they only gave up like 4 points a game defensively. It was
Yeah.
something
Yeah, it was.
incredible.
And most of that was in week 1 against Hodson,
Yeah.
where they had to come up. I think they probably left at 5 o'clock
Yeah.
in the morning for a 10:30 start in Hodson in the rain. And since that, the rest of the year, I think they gave up like 7 or 14 points for the whole rest of the year.
And I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about one game particular when we go over some of the games of the year that they had in the playoffs. So 4 great solid winners for the fall sports season, and we want to thank once again you guys, the fans at home, for the votes. When we come back, Jason will announce his schools of the year and how the WRTB formula works. You're not going to want to miss that here on 302 Sports Weekly.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com.
From last year's over there.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley: cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley: cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to the beautiful Middletown location, Buffalo Wild Wings, here on 302 Sports Weekly. It's our yearly wrap-up show for the 2018-2019 season. We just got done learning the winners that you voted for the fall season, and now we're going to step into Jason's world here, Jason Winchell, and we're going to go over some of the teams of the year based off this WRTB index. Jason, explain your formula and what you used in order to get these results.
So it's wins regulation tournament bonus is basically what that stands for. What I did was I gave you 5 points for a regulation tie, 10 points for a regular season win, 25 points for a state tournament win. And then here's the bonus. You got 50 points for an undefeated season, but you had to win the state you had to be undefeated the whole way through the playoffs. I gave 75 points for a runner-up, state runner-up, and then the big bonus was the 100 points for state championship.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and it sounds like a great formula to use, obviously, Jason. It's similar to the Capital One Cup that they use for
College.
Yeah, for college. Not necessarily the formula is similar, but just the way that it's conducted.
It sounds like a lot of math.
Yes, it's a lot of math. That's why we put them in the bunker so we can do all that math down there.
It took a few weeks to
Yeah,
get,
see?
to get this done.
So,
Head hurts already.
so Jay, we'll get started here. Let's start with the Girls' School of the
Nick,
Year.
we should mention, none of us know the answer.
That's true.
Yeah,
Right? We have no idea.
Do you have any
This is
guesses
it.
for the
Oh.
girls?
We,
Girls' team
Jason
of the
did all
year.
this, and we told him we didn't want to
Yeah.
Yeah.
do the year.
That's really good. I'm gonna go with Delmar.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. See, I was thinking that, but I don't want to. I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna say Padua.
I mentioned Cape earlier today when I was talking to you, but I think I'm going to go with Caravel.
That's a good guess. I was leaning towards Cape a little bit earlier too for some reason, but I like Caravel. I like that's a good guess.
All right,
We got.
here we
All
go.
right, ready? Coming in at number 5 with 1,095 points, Archmere.
Archmere, the Ox.
Okay.
Number 4, the state champions in volleyball, your Wilmington Charter, came in with 1,350 points.
Up and rising athletic program there.
Number 3 at 1,380 points, Cape Henlopen.
Cape
Okay.
comes in at number 3.
Number 2 at 1,420 points, Caravel, the Buccaneers.
How is that close?
That's a good guess. That's
And
what I was
here's your top girls' school of the year with 1,695 points, the Padua Panthers.
Oh, let's go!
about
My
that?
grandmother's alma mater. We'll take it. Wow!
At Padua,
congratulations.
Padua was 4 state champions, so that's 400 points right there.
Oh wow! Yeah.
And they swept the running, so the running titles basically gave
That
it to them.
helped.
Caravel, on the other hand, they did it with runner-ups, and especially on the girls' side, and they had the soccer state championship, but the basketball team made runner-up. Softball was
Yep.
runner-up, so they had a lot of runner-ups. Was able to carry them past Cape Henlopen.
How about that? So there you go. There's your girls' program of the year, according to Jason Winchler. And now we'll move right along, Jay. Let's take a look into the boys' realm. Who do you have? What kind of stats you got for us?
You got any guesses
Ah,
on
yes,
the boys?
Team of the year for boys. Let's see. Who we got?
They didn't win the cross this year, though. They did not
I'm
win
trying
the
to
cross.
think.
We've had the Sal's guessed by 2 people here.
But again, Sally's runs the running scene. They got the track, the cross country, like soccer.
Yeah, they're pretty good there.
So we have to go to the non-Sally's division.
Yeah.
The 3 of us here.
All right, if we're going
I can't remember how
non-Sally's.
Central's wrestling program was this year.
Not bad, not bad.
But
Okay.
I go with
This is
I'm gonna
good,
go
man.
with
This
the,
is too
Mike,
hard.
Mike, yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
go
go with
first.
Tower Hill. on the
Tower
boys' side.
Hill.
Tower Hill.
I like that.
What do you got?
If I had to pick, oh man, this is gonna be tough. I had a guess earlier. Geez, I don't know, Benny. Let's get you. What do you got, Benny? You have a guess?
I said it's got to be the team and the mascot.
Yeah. So we got his Sally's offset. I'll go with. You know who was actually pretty good? I don't know if there's.
Say a team.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say a team. I'm gonna go with. St. Mark's.
St. Mark's.
All right.
I'll go with. Who's I gonna say? I'll go with Sanford. They had a good.
I was gonna say
good
Sanford's
lacrosse
gonna be under
program,
there.
good
Yeah.
basketball
Archie's
program.
also gonna be up
I-
there, but
they
I'm
don't
gonna
have
stick
a full
with
squad.
Tower.
I take Archmere,
Okay.
St. Mark's, and Caravel. Give me all 3 of them because I'm
got the
thinking
field.
I'm thinking 5-4. I'm
He's
thinking
got the
outside
field.
range. I'm thinking outside. Yeah, give me the field.
All right, coming in at number 5, Indian River with
Indian River.
1,260
That was
points.
on the tip of my tongue.
Soccer to volleyball won the county championship. I included that in there. Also undefeated season in volleyball. Gave them some bonus points. And actually, they came in tied for 4th with Appoquinimink,
Okay.
who also had 1,260
Undefeated
points.
baseball team.
Undefeated baseball team, soccer team made it to the
not-
state finals.
Yeah.
Number 3,
Not bad.
right? And number 3, Tower Hill at 1,275 points. They won the golf and tennis state titles. Had some great regular season. Number 2, Caravel, 1,285
Oh.
points. Great season
so I
for
did
them. They won the boys Division II soccer
Yep.
title. A
Should've said
bunch
them
of runner-ups too, especially in baseball. And number one, just kind of running away with the field was Salesianum. They had 2080 in points.
We'll give them a special congratulations. Congratulations,
You know, they won a lot of,
Louisiana, right?
a lot of state
lacrosse.
championships, and then, you know,
Good baseball program.
yeah.
Runner-up swimming.
And you know what helped them? 108 regular season wins, which gives them 1,080 points right off the bat.
Yeah.
Before they even get to the bonus points. So they went 108 and 32 in all the regular season games. I mean, that's
I think they
pretty
won 5
impressive.
state championships this year too, right? The cross country and track, soccer, swimming. and-
Unbelievable.
4.
Wow, yeah, seriously.
Paddle won 5, right?
Paddle won 4 too.
4, okay, so it's 4%.
Well, either way, an outstanding top 5, either way you look at it for the boys' side of things. But now we have a combo co-ed school of the year, so we have accumulation for both sides. And Jay, I'm assuming you're going to want us to take a guess at this
Yes.
one.
All right, I'll start this off.
start.
All right, Pat.
Just because I want to get out in front of this. I'm going to say Caravel.
I was going to say.
We had 2 teams in the top 5. I would think that they're going to come
Yeah,
win
that's
this.
you're a smart guy. Mike, you're second.
All right, well, since I'm going to go with Tower Hill.
Tower Hill.
It's a good one.
Give me Archmere.
Good guess.
Or give me death.
Give me
Give me the Augs. Benny, off-camera vote.
Has to be careful because Padua and Salish don't have the opposite sex.
Yep.
And here's the yeah.
Oh,
Cape's a good
lacrosse
guess.
state champs, yeah.
Here's a kicker too. Sally's would have been 5th.
Wow.
By themselves with 2080. I included Archmere at 2075, just because Sally's is, like Benny said, they're just one side, but they would have, easily competed better than a half the
Wow.
schools in there. Number 4, thanks to the girls program, Wilmington Charter at 2125. Number 3, Tower Hill.
Tower Hill.
2290.
I think just quietly they put together, and I go to a lot of Tower Hill events because it's close to where I work, and they put together an outstanding year on both sides, the boys and the girls. And it's real quiet. Nobody knows. The football team just
Right?
all kinds
That's
of
what I say. Hopefully this will bring a little light to that now. They finished 3rd overall in the accumulation. That's pretty good.
Number 2, Cape Henlopen with 2545. Cape Henlopen had the state championships, but the next team, the number 1 team, did it with runner-up finishes, and that would be Caravel with 2,705 points. It's an outstanding year for them. They racked up, the boys teams got to a lot of finals. The girls teams got to a lot of finals. They won girls soccer and boys soccer. Their 2 state titles are in soccer.
How about that?
On the pitch.
Wow.
Cape Henlopen actually had one more state title than Caravel, but Caravel's runner-up finishes
Helped them.
Oh, and Cape dominated them and had more regular season wins. So Caravel had a lot to make up. Another key, Caravel 21 state tournament wins, the most by any team between the boys and the girls.
they were
So
great.
that's outstanding too. I mean, it shows that they get into these state tournaments and do a good job of winning those games.
How about that, man? That's a fantastic new segment. Appreciate it, Jay, all the work that you put in for that. It's a tremendous index, and really like how you benefit teams for every aspect of wins. So, fantastic. Once again, congratulations to all of our 302 Sports, programs of the year, so to speak. Caravel, Salesianum, and Padua. So, congratulations to all of them. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll come back. We'll announce our winners from the winter season right here on 302 Sports Weekly.
Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create.
Welcome back live inside 302 Sports Weekly. Now we're going to take a dive and look back at our winter sports season and talk about our fan vote winners for the winter. So first up, Pat, we're going to take a look at Girls Athlete of the Winter. After our preliminary round, our three finalists were Lauren Park from Sanford, Julie Kaleja Conrad, and Stephanie Kaleja from Conrad. So sisters here are the top three, and then Lauren Park from Sanford. So very tough choices there. And Pat, what did the fans say?
All right, so the votes are in, and the winner taking home 48% of the vote, Nick. So a really decent percentage was Julie Kaleja, the junior from Conrad. Averaged 16.2 points per game, 5.8 rebounds, 5.2 assists, and 3.4 steals per game. It's a stat sheet stuffer, as you like to say. And another incredible season for the Red Wolves. And Mike, this girl really is the real deal.
Yeah, she's going to Bucknell. She still has another year of high school. It's already.
Yeah, she'll
We've
be
been
back.
talking about Julie forever, and now, well, they did have one senior starter last year, Jordan Rook. The Red Wolves are going to be outstanding again this year. But look at Julie; she's Gatorade Player of the Year.
Yes.
In Delaware, Conrad knocked out the semis this year, but I have seen them back at the Bob Carpenter Center, and I think they go into the season as the favorites to win it. Hard to vote against Lauren Park. If we just hit that floater at the end of the Girls Championship
We'll
game.
talk a little bit about that, I'm
We'll talk
sure,
about that
later, too.
But I don't know who John voted for. Her dad, he had two daughters on. Maybe John abstained from that one, but congratulations to Jules. She's a great kid, too, by the way. Her and Steph are both super kids, but I'm happy for them. I'm a big friend of hers.
Absolutely. Now we're going to move on to our next category, Pat. Girls Winter Sports Team of the Year.
Absolutely, and you look at the three finalists after the preliminary vote. Very difficult decision upcoming here. Sanford basketball, of course, winning the state championship. Padua indoor track, phenomenal program there, and the Newark Charter swimming team getting some love there on Twitter. And we're gonna go to the votes.
Here we go.
And we have our first real maybe shocker for a lot of the viewers.
Upset.
41% of the vote. The Newark Charter
Charter
Patriots
Patriots,
getting
there
it
you
done
go.
in the pool. The Pats. Unbelievable
done in the
flip
pool.
turns going on there from the Patriots. Absolutely. And Jay, Mike, impressive team in a sport that may not get a whole lot of press. They were really good.
Yeah, it just shows you that how good that swimming team was down there at Newark Charter. They beat a good Padua team, held them off in the finals, and a great win for the Newark Charter program. I don't know could that be their first state championship?
No, they won swimming last year.
Last year, 2 in a row.
For them, and they also
back to
won-
back.
Well, the girls, their unified football, I believe, was also state champion.
Right.
The
Congratulations.
girls was a repeat, and they were pretty dominant.
Yeah.
Jason mentioned Padua. Padua was an outstanding
Track
swim
team,
program.
And swim team,
And obviously a track program with
Yeah.
Barney over there. So look for a swim coach at Padua, by the way. Send your resumes in, but yeah, they knew our charter outstanding swim program.
Absolutely. And
By the way, I was one of the guys who was actually at that championship meeting, so I saw them up close and personal.
That
Dominate
good?
the field.
it's great, man. The Patriots, great season for them. Now we're going to move into the boys athlete of the winter, Nick, and the finalists are really impressive. Number one, we got Elijah Allen from Dover.
Always.
His teammate, Eden Davis from Dover. Of course, they were undefeated all the way until the final game of the year. And who took them down but the third finalist here, Jair Davis from Sanford. And this is going to be a tough decision, Nick.
Yeah, three big-time ballers here, but the votes are in. You voted at home or wherever you were at the time you voted. And the winner, who received 47% of the vote, is Jair Davis, Sanford. Big-time win for him, state champion. Averaged 17 points per game, 6.5 rebounds per game, and 2 assists. Jair Davis, he's your fan vote for Boys Athlete of the Winter.
Absolutely, and you look at it here, Jay. I mean, this young man could do it all. He's still got another year of eligibility. and he's a part of a really dominant program that's going to look to push things again next year.
Yeah, Stan's got a good team coming back next year.
No seniors on that.
You're right.
Forgot about
Stars.
that.
Senior stars.
Yeah.
Ryan McKeon. I
Ryan
think, was
McKeon,
the guy.
yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, he's got a great team coming back, and man, what can you say about Davis? He really shined this year. I think he took a step up from last year. Really played well. Was in there for Player of the Year. Just an outstanding season.
I saw a much more engaged Jair Davis this
Yeah.
year for Sanford than from his sophomore year. And I wonder how much the Dover players maybe split a vote, but Jair is a deserving winner. And, the people have spoken. It's what nobody can blame us for this.
Yep.
That's right.
So
Fan
Jair
Choice
Davis had a
Awards.
Great year.
Absolutely. Great season. And looking ahead here, Pat, his Sanford team made the finals of our next category for Winter Sports Team of the Year.
Absolutely. You look at it, you put the two teams that met in the state championship against each other. No slight, of course. This is Sanford boys or girls basketball, I guess?
Boys.
This is the boys. Yeah, so you put the two teams pitted against each other. No slight, of course, to the Sanford girls program. But you look at it, Dover basketball had the great regular season. Sanford got the best of them, though, in the end. And the people have voted. And Nick, who do we got as a winner here?
Well, Pat, 61% of the vote went to the winner here. And the winner is the Dover basketball program. So congratulations to Dover. You're our fan choice for Team of the Winner. Congratulations.
Now, how about this? Obviously, they didn't finish the season off with the championship, but when you're talking about a fun team to watch, this Dover Senators basketball team was fun to watch, weren't they?
Oh, they were unbelievable. Nick, I can speak for you. We went
Yeah.
down there, did a couple games,
Yep.
and we had fun. And they're going to be back.
Yeah, that's the best part. Is they're all going to be back
They're
again.
all
Them
gonna be
and
back.
Sanford. You look at both of them.
Same thing with Sanford, and I would like to see those two beat in the regular season. Maybe at the Slam Dunk to the Beach if they both end up there. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
But it's going to be interesting to see. But you know what the thing about that Dover team is? Not only were they fun to watch, they ran an undefeated regular season against a strong schedule and pretty good Henlopen Conference this year. So impressive stuff. And like you said, they just fell short in that championship game to the Sanford team. And
The only problem with Dover, fashion faux pas, white numbers on a white uniform. Doesn't really help us when we're trying to stream. But they were so much fun to watch.
They were.
I agree with everything Jason said. Even though they didn't win the championship, so much fun to watch, and obviously people like watching. They got the votes.
They're going to be one of the teams to look forward to next year, and one of the favorites going into the season. But congratulations once again to all of our winter champions here as far as 302 Sports Teams and Athletes of the Year. We're going to take a commercial break now. When we come back, I believe we're going to do Games of the Year and talk about some of the great performances we saw throughout the 2018-2019 season. You're not going to want to miss that. We'll be back.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. your home.
And welcome back live inside the Buffalo Wild Wings Middletown location for 302 Sports Weekly. Nick Alessandrini, Pat Garianis, Jason Winchell, Mike Lang, and now we welcome to the set Benny Mitchell. Benny, welcome. How you doing tonight? How are the Wings, first off?
Wings were good. Easy trip to Middletown tonight. Brought all of you a jar of sand.
Nice.
All right.
To distribute amongst everybody in the north. Keep our highways nice and clear.
We'll try, man. We'll try, man. I'll tell you what. And this is the time of the year. I'm sure you're not too thrilled with the weekends down there, are you?
Not where I live. I live right off Route 1. It's out and back home by 11 a.m. Don't go anywhere.
Benny's a hermit during the summer.
Yeah.
Too much of them.
Now,
No shoes. Right, with no shoes.
And guys, we've seen a lot of games this year. All of us have done our fair share of games. So now we're going to go through here and talk about our top 5 favorite games that we've got to see live here throughout the year. So, Jason, we'll start with you here. Starting at number 5, let's go through your top 5 games and talk a little bit about what you got to see this upcoming season.
Yeah, number 5, I'm going to go with the baseball semifinal game, Appoquinimink versus Cape Henlopen. Cape Henlopen, it was a game that Cape Henlopen jumped out early, and then the rain came, and it forced it to, resume it the next night. Bang play at third base that could have went either way. Appo gets the benefit of the call, uses it to get the winning run, and survives. And you know what I say in the tournament? Survive in advance.
That's true.
And they
Jimmy
survived
V.
and got to the championship game. So that one's a good one. Number 4. I go with the state championship basketball game where Lauren Park hit that floater. Sanford Caravel. On paper, it looked like it was a game where Sanford kind of dominated them in the regular season. Where we all thought, well, could it be? And Caravel came out, fought, led most of that game, and at the end, the All-Stater Lauren Park does the damage. Number 3, I went softball.
Okay.
The state
Good one.
final game.
Great game there, too.
Pitcher's duel.
Pitcher's duel between Smyrna and Caravel. Smyrna with the 1-0. I believe they scored in the first inning and held on. They played in the regular season. Smyrna won 10-0 in a game that didn't go the full 7 innings. So a lot different story in that championship game and a hard-fought win for the Smyrna Eagles. Number 2, I believe I went the football semifinal game.
Yes.
Sussex Central and Dover.
Yeah.
What can you say? Me and Pat did that game.
Yep.
I believe Dover jumped out early and had a couple score lead, and Central it was a tale of 2 halves. Dover dominated the first half. Central slowly took over in the second half. Their defense was outstanding in the second half, and they were able to come out with a nice road win at Dover, 20-14, and kind of propel them into that state championship game. And number 1, everyone's going to hate me, but it was one of the best games I've seen. It was a regular season soccer match. Padua Caravel, the 2 number 1 teams going at it.
Yeah.
Padua hadn't lost in the in-state in a few years.
Yeah.
Were really dominant. It was the prettiest goal I've seen since covering sports. Summer Stewart scored early in the game. I'd say on a 30-yard kick that went over the goalie's head. And the reason I say that is because later in the game, Padua goes top corner on a shot.
Ooh,
And
bartender.
6'3" Sidney Kell jumps up, knocks it over the crossbar, and Caravel holds on. But I was really impressed with the way both teams played. Padua kind of controlled the game, but at the end it was the Caravel's defense and goaltending that gets the job done and ends Padua's regular season streak.
Absolutely, and they were one of the best teams really in the country when they talk about defense there. And appreciate that, Jay. A lot of great choices there. Mike, we'll go to you next as we continue down the panel. What were your top 5?
So not really in any order, but I'm going to start. I just got a list here. I'm going to start with number 1. I'm going to switch my own mind here.
Yeah.
Boys basketball tournament at Salesiana, but it was Caravel and Glasgow boys basketball.
I remember.
Came down to
we were
the
doing
end.
goalie, I think, during that game.
Kevin Keister hit the 3 free throws with less than about 5 seconds to go. Sends the game to overtime, and Caravel holds on for a 55-51 overtime win. That place was insane. It was probably about 90% full, and that place was nuts. We streamed the game on the NFHS network, and it was a lot of fun to watch Caravel's that was a pretty close game.
Yeah.
The Caravel comeback at the end there, almost won before Keister's three-pointer, or 3 free throws on a half-court shot that just missed. I think it was right out. No, it was at the end of regulation.
Yeah.
They just missed a three-pointer that would have ended it then. I think Mark Tobin, the Caravel coach, probably sweated out about 20 pounds during that game. Number 2, this is a regular season football game. Archmere and St. Mark's football. It went into overtime. St. Mark's led, by 14 with 4:36 to go in the third. Archmere fought back. They tied the game at 14 on a 66-yard run by Mitch Moyer.
I was say Mitch Moyer. I remember that. The
And when
Wildcat.
I was looking at the story I did for that game, Mitch told me that, he kept running because he didn't want to hear he would never hear the end of it from his teammates if St. Mark's caught up to him and tackled him. So, Carter Benham had a great game for St. Mark's. They Archmere ties the game. St. Mark's misses a field goal with 9 seconds left, and then Moyer runs 8 yards on their first opportunity in overtime. And then he finishes up with the 2-yard run for the touchdown and 6-point win.
Came
for the
after
Hawks.
Spartans turned it over on their opening possession of overtime.
So that was a great win for Archmere. It was a great night out there at St. Mark's. Number 3, the volleyball state championship. I had a lot of fun with this one. It was Wilmington Charter beating Archmere. It was a sweep, which we don't usually see in this championship. But first 2 sets were 25-23. Last one was 25-20. It was Charter's first volleyball state championship. And we got to see they ended the season with 15 straight wins. They were incredible. And then watching Maddie Matheny, who, for my money, she was all state. She was one of the best volleyball players. 24 kills and 19 digs. St. Mark's Louisiana basketball at the 76ers Fieldhouse. The Sean Unlock the Light Foundation game. The result of the game is almost secondary there. St. Mark's beat the Sallies by 9. First win over the Sallies in 9 years. But you guys were all there and you know what the atmosphere was like. Sold out, over $200,000 raised for mental health awareness. And I hope that becomes a huge event here in Delaware because they did a great, Chris Locke and his family did a great job with it, as did Trevor Cooney and the guys at the Fieldhouse. And the last one is a girls basketball game. St. Elizabeth's girls in Hodgson on February 9th. Bernaya Mayo hits a three-pointer as the buzzer as the buzzer sounds from about 30 feet. Comeback win for St. E's, back and forth the entire fourth quarter. And Bernaya finished with 25 points. Kayla Braxton Young for Hodgson, 29 points that day. It may have been it was one of the best games I saw year period in any sport. And I'm glad I made the last second decision to go watch that one because it was awesome.
Absolutely great top 5 games there, Mike. And now we welcome in Benny Mitchell. Benny, what do you got for us? Give us your top 5 games this year.
First of all, I did the top 5 that I covered. So if I wasn't
absolutely.
there,
For sure.
Start with number 5, Sussex Central's regular season win over Smyrna football. 31-12 win. Game was tight at the half. But the Golden Knights snapped Smyrna's 20-game Inland Conference win streak that night. And I think that's the game where all the doubters sat up and took notice of Sussex Central. Week 4 or 5. A lot of people doubted them. I think that was the game where people said, hey, these guys are pretty darn good. Number 4, the Caesar Rodney Slays Annam state semifinal wrestling match. Caesar Rodney had beaten them early in the season, or in the regular season. Match started in the middleweights. Sally's had flipped some upperweight matches that they didn't win during the regular season. They rolled into the lower weights with a state final right in sight. A young man, 113 pounds, by the name of MJ Smith from Caesar Rodney, trailing by 10 points, hits the headlock, gets the pin, and the Riders go back. I thought I'm going to go with the homers. I'm the hometown guy, but the game, Pat, me and you did. Sussex Central state title winner of Slazy Annam.
Yep.
The Golden Knights ended the drought. 1981 was the last time a Sussex County team won a Division I state title with Seaford, 37 years ago. Also, the first title for Sussex Central in 5 tries. And my number 1, 3-2 sports game of the year, the Milford Buccaneers take home their 6th straight state title in wrestling.
6 straight.
Milford beats Carabel in Division II final. The Bucks simply dominated Division II this year on their way to their 6th straight title. at the state duels against the best 8 teams in the state, they rolled. Mount Pleasant, 81-0. That match took 40 minutes. Woodbridge, 51-18 in the semifinal. Caravel, 37-30. But they forfeited the last 18 points of that match. And matter of fact, they sat and watched half of the Division I state championship. They outscored in the state tournament their opponents 169-48.
Unbelievable.
And Coach Don Parsley wasn't Coach of the Year.
Unbelievable.
Embarrassing.
Of course, they're moving up next year.
They're going to go to Division II. Let me tell you, they're going to be in the run. They're Smyrna's competition next year. They got 4 state finalists back, and they're going to be tough again next year.
So there you go. There's our panelists' top 5 games of the week. Nick, if you had to throw 1, maybe 2 games on top of that, what would you say?
Just one game that really stood out to me personally was the state basketball championship, Dover and Sanford. Me and Jay got to do that one at the Bob. Just the environment there with all the fans. We literally did the game, elbow to elbow with everyone because of the crowd just behind us, next to us. It was an unbelievable environment, so I'd probably have to say that one. Pat, what about you? You got a game that stood out to you?
Yeah, I got 2. One was Woodbridge Delmar regular season game.
The Scrapple game.
The Scrapple
game.
The Scrapple game amongst us here at 302 Sports. Scrapple sandwiches were unbelievable. Shout out to Woodbridge for those. They were extremely well. But in that game, just impressive. Both teams, getting the job done there with Troy Haynes and company. So that was number 1. Number 2 was something we did earlier. Now, we didn't stream the game, but we covered it. You saw a recap video of it on 302 Sports website. Caesar Rodney, 1-point victory over Salesianum at the Slam Dunk to the Beach. In that game, Shaft Clark, 22 points for the Riders. I believe this thing went into overtime. And Zaquan Eaton hit 2 buzzer beaters, including the game winner in that one. He had 16 points to finish that one.
Yeah,
so
that
that
was
was
a
a little
good
bit
one.
obscure, but that was early in the season. I thought it was a fantastic
Good game.
game. So
Great game.
great games here all year round, Nick. And, you can't ask for anything better than that. 302 Sports has been there through all of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And now with that being said, we're going to, transition right into our spring sports results for our fan vote and get our athletes of the year out to you guys right now. We'll start with the girls athlete of the spring. Your 3 finalists: Abigail Mace, Smyrna Senior; Paige Kenton, Padua Junior; and Peyton Dixon, the sophomore from Smyrna. And Pat, the votes are in.
Yeah, votes were in, and the winner, getting 49% of the vote, is Paige Kenton. She was absolutely phenomenal this year. Top 11 player in the state. She ranked in the top 125 in the nation as a junior. Congratulations to Paige. This young lady really gets the job done.
Fantastic season. I enjoyed watching her play. She was big for Padua all year, and just a fantastic player. And she was a great basketball player too. So multi-sport.
Yeah, I was going to say we got to see her play at Diamond State.
Athlete there for Padua Academy.
It's not easy on that soccer team to stand out like Paige does because they're loaded. They have talent up and down the roster, but she really did stand out. I believe she scored in the state championship game. She did, and
Scored the first goal.
she scored the first goal. It's a great season for Paige.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
we get her for another year too, which is going to be awesome.
It's going to be great, man. And moving right along, Paige did a great job. Congrats to her. And the next category, Nick, teams of the spring. 2 teams that really stood out and ended up being voted into the finals by you guys at home. Cape Henlopen Lacrosse. Vikings had another perfect season and won the school's 11th straight championship in girls lacrosse. And then number 2, the Smyrna softball team, the Eagles, won a state championship back-to-back after the 1-0 victory over Caravel. And Nick, the fans have spoken.
They have, Pat. And the winner, with 55% of the vote, Cape Henlopen Vikings. That's your winner, guys. Congratulations. Heading downstate for that one. 11 straight championships. Jay, help us fathom what that means.
That's an impressive run. 11 straight championships. What can you say? They're fast. Can score goals, play great defense. Another perfect season for them, undefeated, and kind of just rolled the playoffs. I mean, they weren't really close in any of their games, even the championship game.
They've got everything. And that lacrosse team has everything, and there's no indication that they're going to slow down. They're losing. I think they have 4 seniors on the team. And their goalkeeper's not one of them. That's a great team.
Benny Mitchell, pride of Sussex County. You guys were just champion county this year, huh?
Less than a mile from that school. I can only think of one other program that 11 in a row. That's better now. Maybe what Sally's cross country at one point was like 20-something in a row. So it's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive numbers. And yeah, a lot of titles came down below the Muskogee River this year. That would be Milford for everybody.
I didn't know, honestly. So, yeah, good to be.
We always learn something when Benny comes on the show. We learn
It
something.
used to be the ditch. Now we
Moved to see that geographical stuff we were just not good at.
I thought Fredman was the pride of Lewis.
Oh yeah, it obviously is. I just hang around.
So now we're moving on for our next category, which is Boys Athlete of the Spring. And we have 4 finalists after we had a tie in the preliminary round. So 4 finalists coming at you. Number 1, Jake Dunyan from Sally's. Number 2, Joey Davis, Appoquinimink. 3, Luke D'Ambrosi from Cape Henlopen. And 4, Alex Hinton from Sally's. And Pat, the votes are in.
Yes, they are in, and with 4 finalists on this, a little less of the percentage here. 38% of the vote, the winner is going to be Luke D'Ambrosi, another guy below the canal getting the job done. Cape Henlopen, first team All-State player this year, 22 assists in his last 5 games of the season. Instrumental in helping the Vikings get past Louisiana not once but twice this year. Cape Henlopen had it all this year, and is it fun or is it good to see some new blood get in the championship game? I know you guys are both Salesianum guys, but
Absolutely. I mean, Cape Henlopen proved it this year. It was an experienced team. They brought back a lot of seniors. I think their message was, this is the year. It's got to be the year. They gelled, they came together, and they knew what it takes. They play Sally's almost twice every year because they meet in the regular season and then they meet in the playoffs. Normally in the finals, but they meet in the playoffs every year. So that they're used to playing that team. They know what it takes to beat them. You have to play solid defense. You have to be physical against that Salesianum team, and you have to be able to score goals. And Cape did that. And you have to be able to stop Sally's offense, and Cape did that with their defense.
so congratulations
Who
there.
scores, gets assists. He just
He does it all.
He does it all.
Yeah, interesting fact about D'Ambrosi. His dad's a longtime coach
Yeah.
there,
Yep.
and people that think to be where he is, that you have to specialize. I remember watching that kid play Little League. So dad's the lacrosse coach, but they let the kid play baseball too. So
And he's got a younger brother, Hank.
yeah,
He's right behind
He'll
him.
be the quarterback next year.
There you go. So good luck there to Luke going forward, and congratulations on the victory. And last category of the night, Nick.
Last category.
The boys team of the spring. 2 finalists. One is the team that we talked about here, the Cape Henlopen lacrosse program, their first state championship since 2014, beat Salesianum twice. And then the next team up was the undefeated Appoquinimink baseball program, 22-0, first undefeated champ since the '99 St. Mark's Spartans. Nick, how did this turn out?
Yeah, 2 very great seasons for both of these programs. And Pat, something a little crazy happened here. So the votes are in, but we have a tie at 50% each. You can't make this up. I'm not lying. I wouldn't lie to the people.
Yeah.
Like Pat said, Appoquinimink Baseball is the first undefeated baseball champion since 1999. Cape, they beat Sally's twice in the season, which hasn't happened since the 90s. And both of those teams deserve to take a little bit of this team title of the spring.
Co-champions.
So, co-champions. So you guys
Talk
wanna,
about these 2
talk about it.
programs, guys.
Oh, what can you say? Like we said, Appoquinimink, the first undefeated team since 1999. Cape Henlopen did something to Salesianum that hasn't happened since the 1990s.
Yeah.
They lost twice to a team, in state. Once in the regular season, once in the finals. So, great job by both these schools. I saw both of them play. Both are fun teams to watch, and it's going to be interesting to see how they turn out next year.
We should mention we had the Appo baseball team on.
Yep.
And,
Coach Torres and the
some
guys.
great guys. And not that Cape Henlopen's not great guys, but you mentioned Mike Torres. First year. He's a young guy. I mean, he's just he's only a couple years out of college.
Yeah.
And he came in and took over that program, and boom, they didn't miss a beat. It's not always easy with a new coach. There's it's not really a system game like football, but still, it's a new coach, new practice habits, new this, new that, and they didn't miss a beat, man. 22-0.
Unbelievable.
It was a great job by Appo. They almost lost to Cape in that semifinal game. They had some great players on that team, and they're not going anywhere. They'll be back.
And how important is it to exercise your right to vote?
Yeah.
One more person that voted.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right. Wow. That goes in every aspect of life, that's the case. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, the guys and us are going to take a look into next year and who you should be keeping an eye out for in the 2019-2020 season after this quick commercial break. Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
And began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian began his career.
And welcome back live inside the Middletown location, Buffalo Wild Wings for 302 Sports Weekly, our wrap-up show, our last show of the year. But we got some special news to go over. Benny, you got some news to tell everyone.
Yeah, the first event we're going to cover of the high school season after a year hiatus, the Kickoff Classic's coming back. This year is going to be the DIFCA and the 302 Sports Kickoff Classic. 2 games, one up north, one down south.
Yep.
Thursday night, I'm not sure which is, whatever the first Thursday is in September. Upstate game, interesting game. Christiana versus your St. Elizabeth Vikings. The Vikings versus the Vikings.
Oh, man.
And I believe it's being held at Caravel Academy.
Correct.
So St. Elizabeth, and that's the whole Boehner thing. And,
Yep.
so Christiana be their first time on our broadcast at Christiana
It
High
will
School
be.
football.
It will be. Coach Dooley entering year 2 at St. E's.
That's right. And Christiana will have a new coach. And, yeah, Christiana, one of the schools that had 2 NFL players come through their program, and Reeder and Duncan. So you know, a lot of history there at Christiana High School. And then our downstate game, a little bit of a kind of cross town. Their neighboring schools. It's going to be Lake Forest traveling up to Polytech. And Lake Forest, I said this, we were talking about next year in football. I said Lake Forest is going to be a team to watch. I don't know that they get it done with Delmar and Woodbridge, but I think they make a statement this year, and watch them maybe make a title run in 2020. So there's our Kickoff Classic, the Delaware Interscholastic Football Coaches Association, and the 302 Sports will be bringing back the Kickoff Classic. Thursday before the start of the season, we'll have 2 games that night.
All right, there you go. So that's one thing that Kate can look forward to into next season. Mike J, looking into next year, what are some things that you guys are excited about?
Well, I always get excited about volleyball. I
Okay.
love volleyball. Jason and I are planning on doing the volleyball preview. Our 3rd annual volleyball preview show. Details on that to come. But that would be the one thing. Some of the players, you have seniors every year, but some of the girls that we've really got to know, Jess Mullen, we mentioned, Savannah Siemens. I really can't go through. There's so many of them. That's the one thing that really gets my blood flowing in the fall is the volleyball. So I'm really looking forward to getting a few weeks off here from. We're still going to be doing some things over the summer, but just getting into that whole fall sports rhythm in early August. It'll be late July. We'll start to sit down and look at some of the fall stuff.
Absolutely.
So I'm pretty psyched.
All right, so Jay, if you had a couple of players to keep an eye out on, both boys and girls, any season you want, who are some players for you that we should be keeping an eye on going into next year?
Well, we saw some of them tonight. Winners, Jess Mullen, volleyball. You have Paige Cadden, paddle soccer, also basketball. I'm going to throw one out there. Cape Henlopen, Abby Hearn, a basketball player, had a fantastic season for them. So there's another one. Julie Kaleja, Stephanie Kaleja. So there's a whole lot of them. Boys side, I'm looking forward to another strong football season. You got Peace coming back from Dover. It's just, I think it's going to be great. year next year.
I like to see what Wyatt Nelson's going to do this
Yeah.
year at Friends. I think he could have a real big season. I think he's a senior this year, if I'm
Correct.
not mistaken. Lose track of these things sometimes, but I think no. And I think Salesianum football. I know I'm a graduate. It's going to sound like I'm a homer, but they bring back a lot of experience from that team that lost to Sussex Central. Unlike last year, they had a lot of new players come in. This year, a lot of experience for Bill DiNardo.
And one thing I want to say is the thing with them is they're displaced, so they're going to be playing
everywhere.
They're playing everywhere, and they don't duck everyone. They got Middletown, Hodson, Dover this year, to name three.
Episcopal, I think they're playing, right? Is it?
Yeah, Episcopal Academy. So their schedule's real tough. They also added Apo and St. George's this year. Well, two teams you normally don't see them play. It's good to see them get more in-state teams on that
And
schedule.
they need more Division I.
I'm gonna throw a name at
Games.
you. Potential two-way All-Stater in football. Mason Lilly of Delmont.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this kid is. They got one more year, and we follow each other on Twitter. I've seen some of his weightlifting videos, and man, he's jacked up. So watch Mason Lilly. He's a potential two-way lineman All-Stater coming out of Delmont.
Big kid, yeah.
Another kid I think you keep an eye on, Nick. A lot of people may not have heard of this young man. He was a freshman at Middletown this year. Not a lot of people, I feel, he's making a name for himself this offseason. Braden Jones, right? He's going to be a 10th grader at Middletown. He's going to step in to Drew Fry's shoes as the quarterback at Middletown. Let me show you what this young man has done. He's gotten some scholarship offers, Texas A&M being one of them. He's picked up an offer from Alabama. And he's not even played a down of varsity football behind center yet. Keep an eye out. Braden Jones, I think, is going to be a guy to keep an eye on come the fall.
Yeah, Nick Saban's good, so I trust him, Nick Saban.
Yeah. So that'll do it here, guys, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you coming in.
It's not happened in the past, you know, a few here and there, but this year, the downstate teams really got it together, and we talked about all in all the titles that came down south, and I think football, it's going to be hard for Helen to win a title next year, maybe Delmar football, but I still think there's some teams up here that, because the landscape is changing up here, Newark dropping to Division II, stuff like that. The landscape's going to change in football a little bit, but that's my takeaway from the season. It's been enjoyable all year long to watch kids that that you cover bringing home state titles.
Mike?
Yeah, I just want to take a second here to thank everybody, players, parents, coaches, administrators. Whether you stop me on the field or if you see me around, around Wilmington or around your school covering your events, drop me an email, send me a message on Twitter. I read every single one of them. Some of them are criticisms. I don't mind. I know you're paying attention, but it feels good for us to know that you guys appreciate what we do, and we really enjoy doing this. It can be a lot of work, but we love it, or we wouldn't be doing it. So please keep the messages coming, so we know that you guys care. And once again, thanks to everybody who stopped and said thank you. It really means a lot to me, and I'm sure to these guys here.
Jay?
Oh, I'm going to start by thanking the ADs and coaches for giving us access to come in. They're good when I send them emails about trying to get stats and stuff for games and stuff. So I just want to thank all of them. Also thank the fans out there, for letting us do this. And one final thought is it was a great season, a lot of great championship games, and if we get as good the next year as we had this year, we're in for true.
Absolutely. Nick?
Just want to say pretty much, same thing as everyone else. A special thank you to everyone out there, fans, players, faculty, everyone. A special thanks for your support. A special thanks to everyone up here with me for all your guys' hard work in the show and everything like that. Thank you. Pops behind the scenes, Nick for everything you do behind there and coordination and whatnot. So a special thanks to everyone here, everyone out there. And then I'll just end by saying fight like four, pray for four for Troy Haynes. So
Absolutely. A couple things I want to mention. Keep an eye out next year. Buffalo Wild Wings is partnering with us for a Player of the Year award. So, thank you there to Buffalo Wild Wings. Keep an eye out. going into next season. You guys will, of course, be involved as fans. We appreciate the support, but that's one big thing wanted to keep an eye out for. And, during the summer, if you guys got any kind of events for us that you would like to see us cover, whether it's a Summer League basketball game or a Summer League baseball game or softball, anything that it could be out there, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to cover it. We're all about supporting you guys, not only as athletes, parents, and just Delawareans in general. So feel free to reach out to us, and we'll get out there and watch it. Thanks once again for everybody. Benny Mitchell, Mike Lang, Jason Winchell, Nick Alzadrini, Nick Halliday, Pops, all of our sponsors. Big time thank you for you guys. Without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. Another great season here at 302 Sports. We will see you around next fall. Keep an eye out for preview specials coming through to you around that August time. We'll see you next time here from 302 Sports Weekly. Couldn't be more excited about having our show here held at the Buffalo Wild Wings and Christiana location, and here on Route 7, brand new location. They moved here from Limestone Road, and it's going to be the new home of 302 Sports Week. I'm going to recap some local, college, and professional stuff. It's time for everybody's favorite part of the day, top 5 plays. Here we go. Stanley, your number 1 play from AI, 76-yard punt return. We got ourselves the quality cam here on the sideline. It's awesome to watch from this angle, to be honest with you. And watch, whoa, going up. He went to 4.12. He left the first there at 4.4. I mean, those ups right there. You can't make this stuff up. Couldn't be more excited about having our show here held at the Buffalo Wild Wings and Christiana location, and here on Route 7, brand new location. They moved here from Limestone Road, and it's going to be the new home of 302 Sports Week. I'm going to recap some local, college, and professional stuff. It's time for everybody's favorite part of the day, top 5 plays. Here we go. Stanley, your number 1 play from AI, 76-yard punt return. We got ourselves the quality cam here on the sideline. It's awesome to watch from this angle, to be honest with you. And watch, whoa, going up. He went to 4.12. He left the first there at 4.4. I mean, those ups right there. You can't make this stuff up.
But right now we're going to head right into your favorite part of the week, top plays on the special teams end. As you're going to see Steven Williams. He's going to return this kick, and another great angle here you see. He'll catch it off the scoop, and he's taken off right down the sideline. Nobody can catch him, makes 2 men miss. Kicker can't make the tackle, and he is gone. Steven Williams, kickoff return. He takes it all the way. Friends get the win.
So it's the quality cam here on the sideline. It's awesome to watch from this angle, to be honest with you. And watch, whoa, going up. He went to 4.12. He left the first there at 4.4.
Miss. Crash back out. There it is, off the glass, the game winner. Unbelievable shot.
Crash the glass.
Late on the snap.
Now you might have seen this one before. Bang! Throws it right down the lane. Look at that quick elevation. Everyone got out of the way, Jay. They wanted no piece of it. And then here's a different angle. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Wow, did he get off? Up in the